Okay, let's remind everybody that all council meetings will be audio and videotaped. They will be shown on the Township of Ocean's Community Cable Channel, Channel 22 on Verizon Fios, and Channel 77 on Cablevision. Can I have a roll call, please?
Mayor Napolitani?
Here.
Deputy Mayor Fisher?
Here.
Council members Achara?
Here.
And Tellerico?
Here.
The notice requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act for the meeting have been satisfied. A copy of the annual notice was sent to the Asbury Park Press and the Coaster Post in Town Hall and filed in the office of the municipal clerk on December 18th, 2025. We are going to start off with our township engineer, Greg Blash.
Thanks. Good evening, everybody. Came my list of projects. First one, the 2024 road program. The guy started. He's supposed to be starting Poplar next week. So I think they went out and mobilized and marked everything up. So they'll be hopefully put their crews up in the team. The 25 program, we've set the assessment meetings for June 17th. And then once that's done, we'll put that out for bid probably in July. 26 program, waiting for the budget numbers so we can solidify the roads that are in that program. Next project is the Park Revenue Pump Station, a stormwater pump station we're going to be putting in. That's waiting for funding. I put my estimate in with Ricky, so we're seeing if we have any money for that. Lollipop Pond, I need to get authorization for the soil and structural engineer. We've got to get that will be submitted shortly. So the Lollipop Pond was submitted to DEP for the dredging portion, but not the bridge.
Okay.
I got to do the design for the bridge.
Greg, what's the, we're still looking at the fall. Did we get the letter that we needed from Arnone and the
Yes.
commissioners?
Yes.
So
He
we're
gave that
set
to us.
there.
Yep. The other thing I would recommend is we set a meeting with him again, with yourself and Dave,
Okay,
and, because we just want to make sure they're going to commit to doing the work again and give us the price so we know what that is budget-wise,
yeah.
because that's going to be important. If we don't know the budget we're going to need.
It worked out pretty good last time with the new guy, Bob Compton.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
a very nice guy to work with. So
Yeah.
The whole crew was, all of them from the field supervisors down to the guys working.
Guys out there were great. You
Yeah.
know, the guys that were going up, dumping, up in the hole and whatnot. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody, it was good, seamless. Okay, so Dave, we got to get something. Let's do it after Memorial Day.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can set that up. Dave, if you want to, I guess, reach out to Arnone's office, and then we'll get something on the schedule, and go out there and get a meet, or he can come here, whatever works. We usually have the meeting. We'll have Compton there. Do we usually get Joe a tour? Do you
Yeah,
need Joe?
I don't think we need him, but I always invite him.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know.
Yeah.
And really, I think we probably want to give him the heads up that this would really be for his commitment to helping us work and what they're going to charge us. I've already sent them the plans and the soil sampling, so
Yep.
they have that.
Yep.
But I can send it again so they can kind of get the numbers together.
And you're getting. Have you gotten any estimates on the bridge yet?
Yep,
Okay. What are they coming in roughly?
about 400,000.
A little more than we got.
Well, the thing is, I think that's one of the things I'm gonna talk about when we got to it, is I'm gonna probably change the design of that bridge away from a steel bridge to a timber pile. They're actually gonna be helical piles, because I can't drive piles next to the dam that's there.
Okay.
So we're gonna use helical piles, but it's gonna be a timber bridge like Kramer.
Is that better?
It's cheaper.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just that there's gonna have to be more piles because you can't span as far with it.
Right.
There's like, the steel bridges would probably cost us, just to purchase them, would be $400,000 to $450,000. And we have to have them installed, whereas we see what the cost of putting in.
I'll let Don Stein know it's coming.
Yeah,
That we will have a bridge.
it's coming.
Yeah. No, it's great. That'll be awesome.
Yeah, that lollipop, yep.
Yep.
But that one we still have to get the authorization we talked about. Terrace Pond, I have to sit down with you and Dave about what portion of that pond, Terrace Pond, if you want to do all of it. The problem is if we dredge that whole pond, where are we gonna put all the spoils? Because if we put as much as I can fit at Colonial Terrace, and we work out a deal where we don't have any spoils from Fireman's and Lollipop, because we found a way to possibly get rid of those for topsoil, that leaves me the rest of the area over at the compost site. I'm still gonna be about
To
10,000
berm.
to berm up there. And then even if I max out all of Colonial, Ocean Plaza, Ocean Glades, I'm still gonna be about 10,000 yards short,
10,000.
which is, it's not cheap.
That's a lot. All
Yeah,
right.
but
So
that, you're looking at pond is probably, 3,000 feet long, versus the other ones were 800 feet long. So Terrace Pond's pretty big.
it's going to be a significant increase in the in the project too.
Well, it's really not too bad, because a lot of the stone we have will satisfy that, so we won't have to buy any more stone, because we have plenty of access there, so the haul roads will just be short.
But it'll be the time and material, I mean,
The
time
trucking.
that we'll be paying for through the county.
Right, and the trucking of it, because there's gonna be a
Right.
lot more of it.
Right.
So that's gonna
Well,
be
we've
pretty
got a
good.
little bit of time to think about that.
Yeah.
So, also want to see how our Sunset Avenue property shakes out also. There might be an area to lay out for a little while, let it dry maybe up there.
Yeah, well, it depends what happens with Valley Road, but yeah, the sun's at good weather, we can still use that for dewatering.
Right.
But I think we also gotta look at the logistics of the course, because we're not gonna be able to dewater there, because it's gonna happen during the end of the playing season, so
Right.
it's gonna be a logistical problem.
Right. Okay. Well, we've got some time to
Yeah.
think. Let's get the meeting with Tom right after Memorial Day, get that in place, get everything in line for Lollipop, and then we'll start putting on our thinking caps. And we're gonna also have to request some additional funding from the state again for that pond.
Absolutely.
And that,
That'll be a little bigger, yeah.
yeah, you're gonna have to let me know so that we can do a request and see what we can get out of
I
it.
did rough estimates, but that's why I wanna meet with you to see where the limits wanna end, because that's obviously the biggest factor on it.
Yeah, I mean,
Do the
look,
whole thing.
obviously, if we can knock it out, that would be great, and I'm wondering if there's even a way with the last one here, I'll meet with Don Stein too, Don Brockle, and see if there's something we can do jointly with the DLA Commission.
Yeah, I mean, I would recommend we propose to do the whole thing, and we can always back it up depending on the funding we get.
Yeah, I agree with you. I would think that that's the smartest move, to sit and try to do the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, next one is Snell's Pond dredging. We ready, our last meeting reported, we met with all the homeowners. We now have set up a meeting scheduled for June 9th with just the pond owners to talk about them giving us the easement.
Yep.
So that's on June 9th at 5:30 in the courtroom downstairs.
Do we have everyone?
We're sending it to everybody. Whether they show or not is gonna be the problem.
Okay.
But, I mean, I would predict that half of them will show and half won't.
Yep.
Half is probably a high number.
Yep,
Yeah.
and we need 100%.
Yeah, we had 2 out of the 14 or 15 show up for this last meeting, so.
Before you hop to the next item, Wanamassa Point Road. We have to set up that meeting also with the residents to go over their road.
Yeah, we gotta kind of have a battle strategy, which way you want to go with that. If you want to, I think we should pose the question to the whole neighborhood, just not the 5 that show up, whether they want to replace that concrete road asphalt and do the whole thing, or we're only going to do a very small portion and replace it in concrete.
Or, yeah, or like you had said, whatever our road program, 25 years, whatever that amount is on that road, we can give you 25 years of repairs, but I think it's just gonna be a patchwork of,
Yeah, well, we actually came up with an area, how much linear footage of road would be repaired based on what we would spend on a road program. And it wasn't a really long area.
can't possibly be.
No.
No, not when you're looking at those costs.
Yeah, but I think we have to get the whole neighborhood involved, because I think
Yeah.
we've heard words from other people asking when it was gonna be repaved, and I told them at the meeting, they said, well, I'm not in favor of that, so I think.
Yeah,
we
I mean,
have to
this
get
is
more
the
involved.
only section of town that we have this problem.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty tough. Okay, 1515 Logan, we got our county approval, just waiting for freehold soil approval. I think that's scheduled to be, the auctions, I think, I don't know if they pushed it up in July or not, but it was scheduled for July.
It's in July.
Okay.
Hey, Greg, can I
Yes.
jump in on that?
Sure.
What happened? What did we have to go back for? Why, I thought we had all that stuff.
No, originally I was saying, it was even for the last 2 months, I said I needed those approvals. County came back with a conditional approval, which we meet all the conditions, and Freehold Soil came back with a review letter. We sent those back in, we're waiting for the approval. But I think it was gonna be June 8th, but we backed it off a month for,
Correct.
just to make sure we had everything in hand, just to make it a smoother transition.
So the going out, so having the auctioneer post the sign was premature? Like, we shouldn't have done that because we weren't official?
Well, they could have sold it, but you would have had the 2 open conditions, and it's just, I think it's everybody's would kind of agree that if you don't have two open conditions, that's easier to sell something. Because most builders most builders who are familiar with the process know that if you're, depending where you are with those approvals, some could take 6 months, some could take, 2 weeks, depending on where you are with it. So we're just trying to close them all up so we don't get any of those questions. But the biggest one was obviously was the DEP. Having those approvals in hand solves 90% of the problem.
So Ken, just trying to understand the process here. Did he put that? Did he want to start the auction without knowing we hadn't had that done, or he put it up and we figured, let's tell him to take it down?
No, I think
I don't know if that's a question for you, Greg. It might be for Dave.
Yeah, I think what happened was is that he kind of like guesstimated when the approvals would come in, and I think he picked the June date, and the approvals didn't come in.
Got it. Okay. All right, that makes sense. All right, thank you.
Okay. Next one is Bimbler. I just want to go over that again. Last time we talked, we're going to put a speed cushion in, which is the speed bump, just it has the 2 lanes for the trucks to go through the center. What I was going to do is I want to then meet, I guess Dave and I have to figure out how we're going to do that through the 2 or 3 committee guys we met. But I want to go back to them and tell them we're going to put that 1 speed cushion in one location, and we're going to put stop signs in. But you're all in agreement that we want to put the 1 cushion in. Okay. All right, the other thing, I just got to get funding approved for that from Ricky too, because I estimate about $7,000 to put that 1 cushion in.
Did you read the other email, the one man Nick had sent? There was a couple other things that they were looking for.
Oh, they had like high priorities, middle priorities, and other
Yeah,
things.
there was one additional email. I mean, I could talk to you later about it, but a 4-way stop, they were looking for a Colonial and Belmont.
Yeah, when we talked with them at the meeting, we told them we were gonna put 1 stop sign at 1 intersection, and we're gonna kind of let it grow.
Okay.
Because some of the people in the meeting were not in favor of putting stop signs everywhere, but they were in favor of letting us put the 1 in, and we'll visit it in 6 months to see how it's going. But I think it was Colonial and Lakeview was where I was gonna put the 1, because there's none at that intersection.
Because they also had asked about a crosswalk, Hillcrest and Bimbler, and then paint sidewalk over here by the Park Place entrance. It was just those 3 additional things, and I
Yeah.
think he sent it in the email as well.
Yeah,
I was just wondering what the status was of that.
Yeah, we're gonna put the 1 stop sign in, we're gonna look at putting the crosswalk in with the road program, because the second half of Builder's getting done with this road program, currently under construction now. And then I don't know about painting by Wickapeco. I know they talked about repainting the current crosswalk that's there,
Yeah.
because it's a little dull, but if that's what it is, we'll take care of that too, because
Oh,
I'm
good.
also gonna have that section paved, because the road there is pretty bad on Wickapeco.
Okay.
But it's kind of it's catch-22, because they're gonna be doing all those improvements in there, and I don't wanna pave it and have to break that all up, but.
So for you to do the 4-way stop, you'd have to have another meeting?
No, I just wanna tell them, because we kinda went back to them and said, this is what we're gonna do, this is what we're proposing, but I wanna just finalize it with and say, because I don't wanna do something and say, hey, we didn't know that was your final decision.
Okay.
Because since we got an open line of communication, I
Yeah,
wanna
they're
tell them
great.
exactly what we're gonna do. And I think they'll be in agreement with it, and we'll say, we'll keep an eye on it and see how it works.
Okay.
Instead of going crazy and putting them all over the place and having the other half of the people not be happy with us. Because there was a lot of people
Yeah.
that said that too, so.
Is that speed hump, is that a permanent thing, or is that a temporary if we?
It's a temporary you can take out. It's the same as the last ones. They're screwed into the ground, but
Yeah.
they're permanent. You can leave them there. It's gonna be, the plow's gonna have to realize that it's there. And emergency vehicles can get through it at nighttime. It'll be a little dicier because you're gonna rely on your headlights to see where
Sure.
that channel is. But,
Is there reflection? Like
Yeah,
reflect-
they'll have yellow paint on them, but still, when you're going,
Yeah.
when it's dark out and you're kind of, the ambulance coming down the road, you kind of like, you gotta steer through it. It's a little challenging
And that's the road that the fire department usually uses to cut out
to go west.
to go to Cedar Village and
Yes.
Company.
Yeah, they come back on 35 and go up Sunset to come back,
Yeah.
but they go west on Bimbler because there's no lights for them.
How wide is that channel?
Wheelbase to wheelbase, I think it's 8.5 feet, which is what car can go through that too. That's one of my concerns is, we're gonna double paint the strip that's the center line, which means you can't legally cross it. You can get a ticket for doing that. But anybody coming down the road, if they see there's nobody coming the other way, they can move over and go through that hole in the cushion also. That's my only concern. Now, what are the odds of that being not traveled? Monday through Friday, probably pretty high. Friday night through Saturday, Sunday night, probably pretty low. which means there's a lot of traffic on the weekends or Fridays for sure. But most people speeding are probably, you know, in the lower volume times anyway, so I told the police and they're gonna have to be something they have to monitor.
And there's signs that say speed home, like in Neptune?
Yes, yeah, there'll be one 100 feet up and then we run right at it with an arrow pointing down, so
Okay.
up on both sides. And there'll be double sign from both sides. Yeah, it'd be hard to miss it,
Okay.
but somebody, you know, obviously, like I said before about trying to hurt themselves, they could easily come up with a story.
Very true.
Yeah.
Gun it and try to go over like Dukes of Hazzard.
Well, that's one of the concerns I have with some of the ones you hit, you know, people not paying attention, lose control of their car. And this is gonna be a little softer than that. It's not like, you know, you get those ones that are, they call it a bump where you have to slow down because it just about jars your teeth. This one, you kinda get, you know, a little more elevated if you're not slowing down. But, okay, the next two things, Larchwood area lighting in Saxony. I sent the information to Jose
Okay,
Ortiz. We also got the DR number for Saxony. The one guy was saying why we're waiting. So we got the DR for that
Right.
too, but we still have to wait on JCP&L. So they're both done.
Okay.
It's just a
Now
matter
they're aware and
of-
let's
Yeah, well, I didn't tell the guy in Saxony. I figured he's gonna call me, so I'm gonna give him the surprise.
Right.
Yeah, we have our DR.
Save that one.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm saving that one, yeah.
Okay.
How many lights are we adding?
On Saxony, we're putting all new lights in, it's 24. Because the ones in there are so spaced so differently and they're the old sodium vapors, they're not worth keeping.
Right.
So there'll be all new lights along there, 12-foot high poles, about 80 to 90 feet apart,
Right.
and about 24 of them. On Larchwood, we're keeping existing poles, they're about 120, about 150 feet apart. We're just putting higher intensity lights on those because they're a lot higher.
Right.
So that one will be a little more lit up because that's pretty high volume of traffic through there, walking wise.
great.
Yeah, it'll be nice if we ever get it past JCP.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
We took a ride out there. He was in town Tuesday, so Jose was. So we took a spin around and looked at some of those sites. We weren't really sure on Saxony.
Yeah.
Larchwood, he was pointing out where the pole, like the section where they can actually use the pole for the light, the clamshell, and all the
We
other.
had an education and poles and lights and
Lumens,
Verizon
yeah.
and
Yeah, well, all
Yeah.
those poles out there we're gonna use. I think there was one pole we had to add because it was missing. But that's what's the glory of that one, is it's very cheap to do those, because it's just a matter of changing the light fixture on the
Right.
arm. The pole and the arm are already there, it's just a matter of changing the fixture. So that's why, I don't know why it's taken them so long to get that one through for us, but and I've called them umpteen times asking them to push that one. I wanted to keep Saxony off
Right.
of his table, so he can't, so he gave me a lot of things to do. He just had Larchwood to do, so that's why we're trying to push that one through.
It's, you know, it's difficult when you go around and you look at where the current lights are and the sections. I mean, even us spinning around on Wayside looking at Mahoris was pretty dark. A lot of lights out. You know, I have a pole out in front of my house that got knocked in the last storm. So
Yeah,
waiting on
nice.
that. But I mean, there are a lot of bulbs out. Be impossible to like look at every single street, but I think that, you know, if we can educate the residents that they, you know, if there's a light out, because we can't be every single street, look the number and report it, JCP&L, or send it over to one of us. We can send it directly to Jose and I'll put the order in.
Yeah.
I think the other problem was, like, for example, in West Allenhurst, they don't have poles, and the poles are in the backyard, so
Right.
you can't really, there's no lights to put up,
Source, yeah.
so.
That's the same with Saxony, they're too
Right.
far apart, and you need more poles, so there's no sense in trying to
Right.
space things with the existing poles, because it
It's
doesn't work.
impossible, okay.
Yeah, but that is generally the problem, we kind of spoke about it last time, is the new way things are being done at the planning board level is they weren't putting as much lighting, because everybody was going the other way. They're only lighting intersections, and everything was gonna be dark. Now we're getting a lot more light, walkers, so we kind of have to go back the other way.
Right, right.
It's a shame because the
balance.
developers would have to pay for it.
Right.
Kind of, going the other way, but it's anywhere we can, we make them put them in. Actually, we just did it on the one Rofay subdivision, where they came in and were only putting a light at the intersection, one at that cul-de-sac, and came to me and I denied it. I said, you have to put light in the whole strip. And they're weren't happy at the beginning, but I said, if you want to get your subdivision, that's what you have to do.
Good.
So we got that one worked out, that one will be well lit for
Okay.
walkers.
Thank you.
Dave, does PD drive around? Is that part of their job? You know, if they see it out, light out, do they report that? Is that part of their?
I'm not sure, I can talk to the chief.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's
I think they would,
a
though.
major
They
component
would
of
if you
their
asked
job.
them. They have in the past,
But-
but we have to ask them.
But it's something, it's not a standard
No.
daily
Yeah,
thing
I
like,
think
hey,
it's
there's a
part of
light
their
out
SOP,
on
yeah.
whatever.
I'm quite sure if they're ride past one, they're gonna denote it,
Yeah, I mean, you know, they're the ones on the road every day, you know,
I think it-
especially at that hour.
at that hour,
Yeah, it
right?
has to be nighttime, it has to be.
Yeah.
You could do it right online too, but you have to go to the poll and get the
Get
number.
the number, yeah.
And then just put it into the, I've done it. And they come out within 2 days. It's good.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I didn't get 2 days, I got 2 weeks, but
That's
they
it.
did do
Oh,
it.
okay.
I
They
got
did do it.
weeks.
Yeah, mine was pretty quick, but it was a while ago.
Okay, next one is Cindy Lane, there's no word on that yet. Next one, stream cleaning, Whale Pond, we finished the first phase, next phase will be in this winter coming up. It'll be between Larchwood and Monmouth. So we did a nice job on that, he did a really nice job on that section, he cleaned. We're still kind of at a standstill with the West Allenhurst guy on Holly Terrace. So we have kind of fixed the Parker thing there. The guy had the puddle at Parker, it's just luck the way it worked out. We started at the low end, figuring that's where the blockage was. The blockage was actually in the last section of pipe at the top end. So it wasn't going away, then he jetted the last section, it went away. So he was very happy with us, said, thanks a lot, I know you did a lot of things to figure this out, but it's just dumb luck, it was the last section we did. But if it clogged, and I told the Public Works, you're gonna have to keep an eye on this, because with it not flowing real smoothly in the deal, you get the sediment will sit there because there's no flow going through it.
Right.
So probably every 6 months, we're gonna have to jet those lines out. So, something to keep an eye on.
All right, good.
Okay.
The light at Deal and Poplar, I still talked to the contractor about getting that second mast arm, or that second fixture put in, to help that out. The only other thing I didn't put on my list was, we got Wickapecco Park coming up. That's gonna be something that they got a grant for. We're gonna be doing a survey for them and some of the
What's the park at
environmental work.
What's that?
Right across from Bimbler.
Okay.
Wickapecco Park, they're gonna put a bunch of landscaping and stuff in there, put a boat, steps down with a
Oh,
canoe
cool.
launch.
All right.
So
That's a township's property?
yes,
Boats, that's so fun.
yeah.
Love that.
Well, the only thing that worries me, I mean, I think it's a fantastic idea, is just it's in probably one of the busiest sections of town.
True.
So there's no parking for the park, so they're gonna have to park on Bimbler and Lincoln
Add
across
to
the
the
way
problem.
and walk over there. And if you got a canoe, you know, you're gonna canoe across there, and you got guys flying both ways. That's the only thing that worries me, is pedestrian safety. But I think it's a great thing to get anybody into the lake, is a beautiful thing.
Can I ask 2 questions?
Mhm.
One is about Elberon, which is the ordinance, and it says prohibiting parking. Can you just tell me where the parking that's prohibited on Elberon? Is it the left side by the lumber yard, or are we talking the other side?
I believe it is on the east side, so
It's not by the lumber yard
I
then.
think it goes all the way down the street.
Okay, so it's all the way down, and no parking on either
I
side?
think one side.
Oh,
I
okay.
have to confirm that with the police. I'm not real familiar with the no parking, but I think it's on the east side, all the way down.
Because I didn't see it in the
It's the east side,
explanation.
starting at the intersection with Roosevelt Avenue.
That's
running
great.
Then in southern direction to the end of the road.
Yes. So it's the whole east side is no parking.
Oh, did I not see it? I'm sorry. Okay, thank you. The other question I had was, a couple of the residents had mentioned there were a lot of bushes that were taken out, like shrubs of around Fireman's Pond. Is that going to be,
There wasn't bushes, it was like really weeds and vines that were growing on the trees.
okay,
We're
are we
just gonna let
replanting
natural gas- I
anything?
just want natural gas for access to the pond, because what happened was, before we did the dredging project, we had DPW going and clean all the brush out of there. Because everything was vines, you couldn't even get into the lake, you could see it, but you couldn't get to it.
Okay,
So they cleaned all that out of there, so we want to leave those spots for access to the water. And that's a
Okay.
nice thing, because there's really only 2 on the west side is where we were accessing the pond. The other side is a little thinner over there, but we really don't want people accessing off of Wickapecco because of the traffic over there, even though there's a sidewalk. But Lake and the other side was much less traffic, and you can park over there. But those are really the only 2 ways down to the water.
okay, so we're not gonna put
Now,
any
we just
other,
let the
yeah,
weeds and grass come back in.
which makes sense.
Yeah.
And I do have another question. So, I think there were some residents that walked over where Voice of the Trees is, and they loved it. But they were wondering if we could put benches just around by the Human Services building, just so that as people are walking, if they have a cane or something and they need to stop to just take a break, if we could
think
put
we've
a
had
bench.
requests for
We
the,
can look at that.
we had people request to put benches with the names on, and we were looking for locations.
Yeah, maybe we have you dedicated money to do that.
Probably
yeah.
do a couple.
Yeah, because that's, we could
That
probably
would be great.
tie that in with the walking trail that's
Yep.
there, yeah.
Yeah, I think we did whatever the sponsorship was for the bench. It's, you know, a good way to,
It's a
Put a
great
name
thing,
on
we
it.
probably should publicize that, maybe just on the website somewhere. It's a nice
thought it
dedication.
was.
Yeah.
It may be there, it's just probably in an obscure spot, but it's a nice dedication, and I think it's around $400 for a bench.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's not bad.
it's a good thing, and it, you know, especially if you can get a couple people to kick in, it's a very nice tribute to somebody or something.
On that same line of thinking, I don't know if this is something we want or not, but someone mentioned it to me on Mother's Day because they were looking to do like a picnic in the park. Do we have picnic tables anywhere? I don't think we
I
do.
don't think so either.
Is it something we
Maybe,
want, or
Go
do we
to
don't
Larkin
want food?
Fireman's.
Fireman's
Yeah, you can go to Fireman's Field, has it.
Fireman's have.
Yeah.
And they might have had
Tenfold
some
has it.
over at
Yeah.
DeRuge's
yeah,
too.
they got
might
rid of
have.
the gate.
Oh, yeah, they do it.
But I think you
In the
can.
back
Yeah.
side, yeah, or the
Yeah.
side.
Right on the side there.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
I
a
mean,
lot
it's
of
not
room there.
Yeah,
necessary. It's
usually
just,
filled.
That's the Dave Brown
Yeah.
lounge area.
That's
There's a few lounges over there.
Any other questions for Greg? Because we got to get into closing very shortly with
Aaron,
redevelopment.
one quick one.
Yep.
Any updates on the light on South Lincoln, Norwood?
South Lincoln and North. No, I haven't heard anything from DOT. DOT was authorized, they have all their approvals, I don't know. I think the reason they're holding up there is because they're having a problem with the right-of-way takings for the bridge itself. DOT is, so I think they're just kind of putting a hold on that whole project because they're having problems with the property that was used to be the old VFW hall.
And then,
Right.
Jesse, now, are we putting something on next meeting?
For this meeting, we're.
It's on this
yep,
meeting?
Yep.
Okay.
You know, they're buying that piece, but I
Yeah.
think the problem they're having, they also need property from that
Yeah.
VFW site, and that property owner is being cooperative.
But I think
He's
he's
trying to
talking,
get approvals to make it worth more money, so the state has to pay more money.
but I think he's talking about the traffic light at 71 and Norwood Avenue.
You know, that's what,
That's
the
where
whole,
we-
that's part of raising the
Okay.
bridge is all part of that. They can put the light in separately, but they're probably, if they are gonna raise the bridge, they probably don't
Gotcha.
wanna do the light.
right.
So they're probably kinda holding that up a little bit.
That's the guy that was the hairdresser? That's,
No, it's the guy with the VFW halls, I don't know, the guy who bought it, I don't know, but he was gonna put an office building in there.
I think he's the same one that's developing 260 Norwood,
Could be,
where the old footnotes is.
yeah.
Hey, Greg, can I ask you a favor? Can you just add that to your list so we can keep track of it?
Sure.
Thank you.
It's a shame. Sorry.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what is being taken off the agenda tonight?
I'm
Can you
sorry?
tell us what's being taken off of the agenda tonight? No,
Oh, I thought,
Dave.
I didn't think I took anything off.
Are we all done with,
I thought there was one thing that was taken off, because I would like
Did you
to
take something off?
move
we're pulling, resolution 102.
102, okay. I would like to move ordinance 2544 to the next meeting, and I'll tell you,
Okay, but are we
Why?
all done, but are we all done with Greg?
oh, okay, because he just said that there's 1 minute left.
Well, I have one thing to do, and Dave, do
You
you
got
have
flag
anything?
requests too.
Yeah. Dave, do you have,
I got a couple quick things too.
Where'd you get that pin from?
I have one for you.
Very nice.
It is.
Yeah.
Dave, do you have?
Wait,
It's
I'm
Christmas time.
What was,
Thank you.
you said what?
The Ocean
was it?
Township ones?
Yeah.
We're pulling it,
Yeah.
resolution 102.
102.
Let me see, oh.
The,
I bring any more. Hold on.
redevelopment plan.
Okay.
And
If not, next time I see you, I'll bring it.
Yeah.
find
so
that piece of
nice.
property is ordinance 2543.
Nope, I do have one.
Thank you.
And
And 102 will come back next meeting or just pull it indefinitely?
I don't know,
Okay.
when they talk to us during close, we'll find out.
Okay. Oh, that's right, that's,
Yep.
that part, okay.
do I ask now?
No, we're waiting to see, do we have anything else? Wait, do
I
we
just
have
wanna make
anything else-
sure
do
that
we have
I'm
anything else for
heard.
Greg, so he can leave?
I'm good.
Thank you,
Okay.
Greg.
Thanks, Greg.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Greg.
Greg.
See you later.
Dave, you're up.
Come on over, okay?
Dave, you're up. You're-
Okay, so I got a couple of quick ones. One is everybody good with resolution
Ordinance 2544.
26099, which is the audit. Any questions, comments?
Can I make one comment?
We had a clean audit, so that's a good thing. Go ahead.
All news is good news?
No recommendation.
It's wonderful that this was in our mailbox, but I didn't know.
It was in my email to you guys.
I honestly didn't see that, I'm sorry. So I didn't read it.
Okay.
Never
If
tell
you
your
want the
professor
cliff
to read
notes,
the
just
book.
go to the back page 48, and that's where the comments and recommendations are.
That's where I looked.
And
There's no recommendation.
There's nothing
Summary.
bad, so
That's
consider it a clean audit.
Okay.
And 51 is recommendations, there are none. So we are good, and this is the 5th year since I've been here, so, and it was like that prior to me getting here, so we want to keep the streak going.
Good batting average.
Can I ask one question?
Yeah.
Because I was at the Shade Tree Commission meeting and the Environmental Commission meeting, and there was a question about the money for the trees that were taken out of Ocean Commons in that area, the 32 acres.
Mhm.
Is that in here? Because it's supposed to
No,
be
I
around
wouldn't.
$1.2 million,
That
and
would not be in the audit, and my office and community development and the CFO was researching that, so we are
Okay.
planning to get that to you.
we're still looking into that,
Yeah,
though.
we're
Okay.
trying to track it down to something.
To where it
reached
is.
out to the developer.
Okay, because there's like $1.2 million that we're looking for.
Right.
Oh, thank you. Okay, that's it for this, but I do have something else when you're done.
And last thing I had, outside of close is the League of Municipality is trying to restore the energy tax. And the energy tax was a long time revenue for the town, or all the towns. And basically they're doing a resolution, and I would request that the council support it. You don't have to make a decision tonight, I'm going to email it to you so you can look at it, but it's basically a no-brainer that would call for the immediate restoration of funding for energy taxes consistent with the state's original commitments, increase formula-based municipal aid to reflect inflation and rising service costs, which would help our municipality as well as the other 563.
Put it on the agenda next meeting.
That's all I have, Mayor.
Flag request?
I have a flag request. It was the first one we ever got, to fly the Indian national flag, August 15th through the 21st.
We've done this before.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
they were
did it.
they were the first ones
Yeah.
to do it. Yeah. Everyone okay with that?
August 15th?
August 15th through the 21st. They figure they don't have a time. I'll find out what time they're gonna do it. They usually have, it's beautiful.
Is there a ceremony?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
Yeah,
there's
it's
a
cool.
ceremony.
It's some-
Nice
yeah.
day.
Oh,
It's
you-
colorful, it's
You
beautiful.
have,
So
if you
Yeah.
haven't been to that, you
Yeah.
haven't experienced,
Yeah.
it's,
I've been
Keita
to
was
a
there
few
last year,
Yeah,
right?
it was so fun.
It was wild.
Yeah.
They're a fun bunch.
That
So
was-
everyone's.
That was an
Yes.
event. We did get Weinstein to eat the spicy food.
Oh, gee.
Rob, are
He
you,
buckled.
Rob, are you good with that?
I would buckle too.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So anybody else, a question?
Grace Ann.
I do.
Okay.
Chair, I'd like to move ordinance 2544 to the next meeting. I had asked a lot of questions in email regarding the combined boards and received no answers, and then all of a sudden the ordinance popped up. So I'd like to know how the ordinance came about, what, if it's changed. I want to see the state regs. I also want to see what our old regs were, compare them to what's here and what's new, because there's a lot of information that I think is not being given out. So I don't have enough information to go through with this tonight.
You wanna,
Yep. My understanding is that everything in the order is dictated by state law except for the appointments provision. The ordinance that Kevin drafted,
And who did he sit with to talk about the appointments?
well, apparently he looked at similarly situated townships within Monmouth County with the same system of government, And apparently Aberdeen and Keensburg have a mayor appointment structure, whereas Asbury, Howell, and Red Bank have a council appointment structure for this situation. Ultimately, the ordinance that Kevin drafted gave the mayor the authority to appoint Class 4 members. However, the city council can
So how did that get, how did
You're
that
gonna
come
have
up?
to speak with
Yeah, I
Kevin.
mean, without Kevin being here, I would rather wait on this.
I would defer those questions to Kevin when he's available.
They'll put it on next month. It's
Yeah.
only being introduced tonight, so
Right.
you're not voting on it. You're just
I know
introducing it.
that, but, you know, I read it, and there's a lot of questions I have. I also think
So we'll
that
let
whole
Kevin,
council should have
Kevin can
been.
respond, and then we'll put it on for the 28th. If something has to be changed, Kevin will change it.
I think there was one question you had there about policy and procedures. He doesn't believe that the planning and zoning boards have a policy and procedures. If they do, it would have been created by the boards, not the city council, so.
But
he's not
where
aware
are
of that.
they? Like, where are they? We don't have anything to provide to the council right now to say this is what we did do in the past, this is what the state regs were, you know, this is what we're changing, because I thought that the council made the decision, so that resumes would come out to all the council members. I want to make sure that every resident in our town is represented, and it's not just specific, hand-picked few people, because I read through this and it almost looks like we're gearing this policy towards specific people that we've already picked. And I wasn't consulted, I wasn't discussed, you know, even though I sent the email about it.
The ordinance that's proposed can be changed by the city council, a majority of the city council, so you folks are gonna have to hash that out. But if you want more information, I would defer to Mr. Starkey when you reconvene.
Can I say one thing?
Mm-hmm.
We truly have not had an overwhelming amount of resumes for these positions. Just making a statement. In the 7 years I've seen this, it is not like we have 50 people lined up for these jobs. As a matter of fact, if anything, we've had to beg people to do some of these positions. I know it sounds sad, but they're unpaid positions. It's a truly volunteer gig. I've done it, Geeta's done it, you've done it. It's a wonderful thing and you need it, but we have not really gotten the local engagement, and it's not for lack of trying. I can assure you of that. So just,
When was the last time we put it out there, though? That we
I don't
said,
know if
hey,
it's. I think it's
we're
it's
having a
a
new
constant,
board.
you know.
so
But
maybe we need to put it out there.
it's truly difficult to get people. I mean,
But we could try. It's a new combined board.
Yeah.
It's a new board, right?
But
I agree.
I have a question, but
Yeah.
the planning board members stay on, right?
It's
Isn't
new
that
board.
required?
It's terminated. All terms are terminated.
All terms are terminated? Okay. I thought by
So we have
law
to do
that the
that.
planning board members have to stay on.
And
Yeah.
why
Let's put it on
wouldn't
for the
we-
28th. Let Grace Ann get what she needs from Kevin, and we'll go over it then. And then,
Well, hold on. Wait, so are you saying you're going to introduce it tonight and then change
no, we're gonna pull it.
We're gonna pull it.
Thank
Just
you.
said, we're gonna pull it. We'll introduce it at the next meeting.
Perfect, thank you.
All right, we have to get into close because we have to get on with Joe and Golden.
You did that. and-
Motion to go into closed session.
Motion.
Second,
second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Let me go in.
Can I have a roll call, please? Are you ready? I'm sorry there.
Wait, let me get this rolling.
Okay,
Okay.
ready?
Yep.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Napolitani?
Here.
Deputy Mayor Fisher?
Here.
Council members Kaplan? Here. Talarico?
Here.
Can everyone please stand as we do a pledge of allegiance and remain standing as we do a silent prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing. You may be seated. The notice requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act for the meeting have been satisfied, and a copy of the annual notice was sent to the Asbury Park Press, posted in Town Hall, and filed in the office of the municipal clerk on December 18, 2025. There are 2 emergency exits to my right that'll take you to the front of the building. There's 1 to my left that'll take you to the rear of the building. If you need to make a phone call, kindly step outside, make the phone call out there. If you do have your phone on you, please turn the ringer off. I'm going to start with council comments. We'll start down with Deputy Mayor Dave Fisher.
Thank you, Mayor. Hot off the press, we are having our annual Kenny Pickett Day, which is coming up. I'm going to hold off on all dates and times because we're still working out the details, but look towards the end of June. It'll be open to the residents, the kids. Same format as last year, but Kenny just signed a nice contract, so we're rooting for Kenny as he becomes a Carolina Panther of all teams. So, a couple other things, Mayor. I did see the reduced speed signs that have gone up on Wickapecka, Logan, and Sunset Avenue. And I just remind all the residents that, I'm sure some of us used to go a little quicker on those roads, but keep in mind the speed limit signs are up, and I guess enforcement comes next. So, little public service announcement, slow down on Logan Road. I had to remind myself today. The other thing that caught my eye is I love the new road signs. Absolutely love them. You'll see that they're starting in Oakhurst. They're going to work their way into Wayside, but we're having all new signage. And it's funny, I never really looked at these signs, and there was one on Stewart today that I was coming down Sunset that was absolutely sun bleached out. So I guess there is a reason why we have to replace these things. And finally, I would like to congratulate Councilman Dave Brown from Long Branch down there. Dave won his election uncontested, which I remind you of. But congratulations, Dave. I'm sure you will serve the city of Long Branch with all the grace and pride that you bring to this job. So that's it.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Councilwoman Kaplan.
I'll echo those congratulations. Good luck,
Thank you.
Councilman. Okay, so just 2 quick things. We are holding a Monmouth County Emergency Preparedness event in Ocean Township on May 28th from 1 to 3 p.m. at the West Park Recreation Center. We invite senior citizens, individuals with disabilities, caregivers, and really anyone who's interested in learning more about this important topic. And then also, in case you haven't seen it, check out the new contest celebrating America's 250th. We're calling for entries in this Ocean Township contest. The application deadline is June 1st. There'll be a show on June 19th, and we're encouraging anybody who's interested in art to create some works that depict the country's history, community life, celebration, or hopes for the future. And I'm looking forward to seeing what we get from our town. So thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilwoman Tallarico.
Thank you, Mayor. So I have a few things. One, I would like to announce about the Shade Tree and Environmental Commissions had their tree giveaways, and it was very successful. I actually got 3 trees, and one of them is already sprouting buds, so I'm very happy about that. This Saturday is Spring Clean Sweep. Volunteers are still needed, so if there's any students out there that need community service hours, this is a great opportunity for 4 hours. So please contact our Human Services Department to sign up. It is National Police Week. I want to thank our Chief of Police and all the officers and staff for their service to our town and for keeping it safe. Thank you. I want to share that May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I am a mental health therapist, so I have felt the need to announce that, there's no health without mental health. And there's 3 confidential, free, 24/7 support and resources available. One is text 988 for Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Those experiencing any type of suicidal, mental health, or substance abuse crisis calls can call or text 988 to connect with trained mental health professionals. Text HOME to 741-741 to be connected to a crisis counselor. Or second floor is a call and text helpline for youth ages 10 to 24 to help youth find solutions to problems they face at home or at school. Always call 911 in life-threatening situations. In honor of Mental Health Month, I do want to conclude with an important reminder that all council members are expected to demonstrate respect towards our town manager and all town employees. It's essential that we do not overstep or misuse our authority as council members. Should any employee feel that overstepping or verbal abuse has occurred, please contact our town manager so appropriate action can be taken, ensuring a zero tolerance policy toward any form of bullying. There's also a free 10th annual fun and family-friendly Children's Mental Health Awareness Day at the Alair Community Forum this Saturday from 5 to 8. Free petting zoo, tractor rides, food, and giveaways. And also, it was an honor to be part of the grand reopening of the Donna Marie Curtis Senior Center. As a reminder, the center is open to all our seniors from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Thursdays and Fridays, and many exciting events have been happening for our seniors. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Dave.
Thank you, Mayor. Just got one quick announcement from the Department of Environmental Protection. On May 12th, we received this letter regarding hazardous discharge site remediation fund public entity grant recommendation for site investigation. This site is Ocean Glades, Cindy Lane, and Clearview Drive. The department has recommended that the New Jersey Economic Development Authority obligate funds in the amount of $203,825, which will represent the eligible total. So if you recall, a few months ago, we applied for a grant and we did receive it, and that helps to move along our Orchard Plaza, or excuse me, Orchard, I got Orchard Plaza on my mind. Ocean Glades project, so we can move that along. We hope to move Orchard Plaza along too. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Dave. Again, congratulations, Dave. Welcome to the club. I don't know if it's welcome or my deepest condolences to you for being elected over there in Long Branch, but we wish you the best of luck, and we have a good relationship with your mayor, so I'm looking forward to you being over there. It's always good to have another connection. I want to congratulate Suvit Asnani, who was chosen for the Lewis Bay II Future Municipal Leadership Scholarship. He had come to me and with his scholarship, and I nominated him. And it's from the New Jersey League of Municipalities. So Suvit's been very active in the municipality as a Boy Scout. We will be handing him his check from the League of Municipalities on June 11th, so we invite you to come out and see Suvit and wish him well. I want to thank Melvin Hernandez from Miller's Ale House up the street. Melvin and Miller's have been truly fantastic partners for the municipality. Anytime he's asked to donate or do something for worthy causes, they do it for us. Melvin has served meals to our public works, our police department. Most recently, Melvin celebrated the teachers in the Ocean Township school system and other school systems around here in recognition of Teacher Appreciation Week. So Melvin, I want to thank you and Miller's for providing those delicious lunches. I want to remind everybody that there will be an art reception on Sunday from 2 to 4 in the Turner Gallery. Please attend if you have some time. And huge shout out and thank you to Jose Ortiz. Called me at the last minute. He was in town, so we took a spin around. We hit several areas, several quadrants, all our quadrants in the Township of Ocean, primarily at night, to assess some of the lights. I'm going to thank Councilwoman Kaplan for also being out there in her area, because there were several questions in regards to some of the Oakhurst sections, and namely, we got an update from our engineer in regards to Larchwood and Saxony Drive to add additional lights. We assessed other areas of the town. We do have a lot of lights out currently. My suggestion is to the residents that and we can't obviously be in every spot in town. We do our best to report in what we can. But there are pole numbers on the poles where the lights are out or flickering, or they don't look like they are giving out enough light. My suggestion is that you either go out, get the pole number. You can email me directly and I'll get it over to Jose. Or there's a site on JCP&L site that you can submit it directly. But it would help out your neighbors. It would help the town out, help the police out, if people can be vigilant and when they see their lights out, so that we can help you get the lights back on. So just want to thank Jose and Chris again for coming out to the town. We had, I think we had 465 residents without power in the West Park Avenue area, and they got it on in a real timely manner. So they've been very proactive, and I honestly can't say enough about Jose. They've been great with JCP&L. So thank you guys. We are going to do the consent agenda, and I just want to list out that all matters listed under the consent agenda are considered routine by the Township Council and will be enacted by one motion in the form listed below. There will be no separate discussion of these items. If discussion is desired on any item, that item will be considered separately. The purpose of this public portion is to solely ask questions and understand resolutions that appear on the agenda, and it's not an occasion for a public hearing on an ordinance. All questions not related to an item on the agenda should be asked during the public comments portion at the conclusion of the meeting. If anybody has a question on the consent agenda only, please step up to the microphone, state your name and address for the record. Again, consent agenda only items. Seeing here none, do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Oh, I offer a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Just for a reminder for everybody, we did pull resolution 26-102. Second,
I'll second.
roll call.
Fisher?
Yes.
Kaplan? Yes. Tallarico?
Yes, so I'll accept 26-101.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And Napolitani?
Yes. Vouchers in the amount of $17,697,576.87. Someone please offer.
Oh, I thought that was Dave. I'm sorry. I offer the vouchers in the amount of $17,697,576.
Second,
I'll second.
roll call.
Fisher?
Yes.
Kaplan?
Yes.
Tallarico?
Yes.
And Napolitani?
Yes. Ordinances up for adoption. We have Ordinance 2540, which is an ordinance amending and supplementing Chapter 5 of the Revised General Ordinances of the Township of Ocean, 1965, entitled Licenses. Section 5-19, filming, subsection 5-19.6, fees. Someone please open up public comment on Ordinance 2540.
I'd like to make a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance 2540.
Second,
Second.
roll call.
Fisher?
Yes.
Kaplan?
Yes.
Tallarico?
Yes.
Napolitani?
Yes. Anyone wishing to be heard on Ordinance 2540, please step up to the microphone, state your name and address for the record.
I have a question.
Public comment.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Do we have people that want to film in our town already?
That would go directly through the manager's office.
Not yet, but we expect it with Netflix coming.
We're open for business.
We're prepared.
Thank you.
Contact us.
Seeing here none, do I have a motion to close public comment on Ordinance 2540?
I'd like to make a motion to close the public hearing on ordinance 2540.
Second,
Second.
roll call.
Fisher?
Yes.
Kaplan?
Yes.
Tallarico?
Yes.
Napolitani?
Yes. Action on Ordinance 2540.
I'd like to move to adopt ordinance 2540 and publish according to law.
Second,
Second.
roll call.
Fisher?
Yes.
Kaplan?
Yes.
Tallarico?
Yes.
Napolitani?
Yes. Introduction, Ordinance 2541, which is an ordinance amending Chapter 12 of the Revised General Ordinances of the Township of Ocean, 1965, prohibiting parking along Elberon Boulevard. Someone please introduce Ordinance 2541.
I'd like to move to introduce ordinance 2541.
Second,
Second.
roll call.
Fisher?
Yes.
Kaplan?
Yes.
Tallarico?
Yes.
Napolitani?
Yes, that will have its public hearing on the 28th of May. Ordinance 2542, which is an ordinance amending Chapter 21 of the Comprehensive Land Development Ordinance of the Township of Ocean, Section 21-39A CBO, Cannabis Business Overlay Zone, Site Standards for Cannabis Businesses, Hours of Operation. Someone please introduce Ordinance 2542.
I'd like to move to introduce ordinance 2542.
Second,
Second.
roll call.
Fisher?
Yes.
Kaplan?
Yes.
Tallarico?
No.
Napolitani?
Yes, that too will have its public hearing on the 28th of May. Ordinance 2543, which is an ordinance authorizing the sale of township-owned property to the New Jersey Department of Transportation pursuant to Local Lands and Buildings Law, NJSA 40A:12-13B1. Someone please introduce Ordinance 2543.
I'd like to move to introduce ordinance 2543.
Second,
Second.
roll call.
Fisher?
Yes.
Kaplan?
Yes.
Tallarico?
Yes.
Napolitani?
Yes. That too will have its hearing on the 28th of May. Ordinance 2544 has been pulled. Ordinance 2545, which is an ordinance of the Township of Ocean in the County of Monmouth, New Jersey, adopting a redevelopment plan for Block 1.22, Lot 33, and Block 1.22, Lot 34, commonly known as 1211 West Park Avenue and 1213 West Park Avenue, Township of Ocean, New Jersey. Someone please introduce Ordinance 2545.
I'd like to move to introduce ordinance 2545.
Second.
Second.
Roll call.
Fisher,
Yes.
Kaplan, Tellerico,
No.
and Napolitani.
Yes. That ordinance will also have its public hearing on the 28th of May. We will now open it up for public comment on anything germane to the Township of Ocean. Please step up to the microphone, state your name and address for the record.
William Watts on Elbron Boulevard, and I'm glad you introduced that change over there for safety reasons in regards to the business at the end of the street, along with the factor that we do get commercial traffic on that road, and when you can block off fire and police and all that in reference to the one basic lane going on the road, that would be a good move in regards to safety in that area.
Absolutely. I'm surprised we haven't had it done before,
You know,
but I'm glad we're doing it now.
Yeah, because I was glad the councilwoman went out and actually experienced some of the things that happened over there. In fact, we had a tractor trailer full load go down there today
Wow.
and came out empty.
Okay.
So we get sizable trucks, and then the business out there, I don't have a problem with the business at all. It's always been there.
Yep.
Is that they have a job to do going out, and they have bought new trucks themselves. They got larger flatbeds down there that they go in and out with. And every time that road is interrupted, and especially in the summertime, because everybody brings extra cars down here, and instead of parking in their driveway, they park in the street. So
Thank you.
I appreciate that. Thank
Sir,
you.
No problem. Anyone else wishing to be heard, please step up to the microphone, state your name and address for the record. I already know who you are.
No, I thought you.
That-
For the others, I was Bob Euchre's backup catcher in the Army. So you know how good I was in baseball. If he was the worst catcher in baseball, and I was his backup. Anyway,
It's on just like
one of the high points in my life.
Don't forget to
It's moving
state.
to
Don't.
Ocean.
Hey, state your real name.
Well, Frank Felice. Felice means happy in Italian, by the way. F-E.
We
that's
love
also
Frank.
a-
Frank, I had the pleasure of sitting with at lunch at the super senior luncheon, and
Only 90-year-olds could sit.
that's it. You
I-
did
I
good.
made
You
it.
look good, Frank. I'm telling you.
I'll have a 91st birthday. I'm coming this time. You'll
All
see
right,
me.
let
there.
me know. We'll do it. We'll wish you happy birthday.
1969, I wanted to get away from North Jersey. And my wife, God bless her, 3 years, my girlfriend for 65 years, and my wife just passed. She said, "Boy, we're going to move." I said, "There's no water in North Jersey. Everywhere there's Italian, there's water." Christopher Columbus started that, Ocean Township. I mean, New York City, San Francisco, I said, "We have to move." And I convinced her that we'd buy a house, and I joined a multiple listing system in Shrewsbury, opened up a real estate office. Anyway, that was one of the high points of my life. Ocean Township is very near and dear to me. And don't ring my doorbell to put my house up for sale. Plus, I'm a real estate broker. I could sell my... Anyway, but the township has given back so much. And you folks, this is the first meeting I ever made, a township meeting. First time I ever came. And the deputy mayor mentioned something that I want to address in just a second, if I could. I wanted to come here for that reason, but I wanted just to preface it, how happy I am to be a resident of Ocean Township. It's unfortunate that young people are not familiar. I bought my house in 1969, still own it. I told you, don't ring my doorbell. That's it. I'm not selling, all right? First of all, seniors today don't have too many options. It isn't like years ago we all had options. In between, you could go to an assisted care and this and that. Forget it. I mean, really, think about it. So what I did in when my wife passed 3 years ago, I took my split level house and I adopted it downstairs. so that when I have people that want to visit me and take care of me, they don't have to go 2 flights up. So I bought a $3,000 bed from Macy's. I put it in my office. I teach a real estate class virtually in my office downstairs, but I also made it into a bedroom so that if people want to visit and take care of me, don't have to go. And not only have to, words they always ask me is, do you have stairs? Because I'm old. No, I had a fellow put a separate rail to go upstairs on the wall. That I did do, because it's hard going downstairs, quite frankly. I count the stairs, but it's still hard. Anyway, I just want to comment first because I know you guys you're here and you want to go home. I don't blame you. The Deputy Mayor Fisher mentioned something about signs, and it's funny because it was very timely. I forgot the guy's name who was on TV who complained a lot. He's not there anymore. He was terrific, that guy. And I was hopeful that somebody would put in newspaper things that bothered them, quite frankly. And one of the things that bothered me is what the gentleman mentioned about signs. And here I am, a real estate broker, and signs are big, but they're commercial signs. We need authorization to put them up. They have to be of a certain size. There's regulations. I'm not talking about the guy selling something that has a little sign on it and bothers me is on the trees or on poles. It bothers me, especially when you're driving your car and you're trying to look up and you're holding traffic back. There should be more. Ordinance should probably step on people putting signs up in an unauthorized way. Zoning should know about that, in my opinion. They should not be allowed to put up these home made for signs on a gutter. God bless them, they're selling things, whatever. But do it like I do. You go to the municipal hall, get authorization. Pardon me?
You got that from me, your solicitor's license.
Well, there it is. I got it from you, Jesse, right? Yeah. I paid for this sign and to canvass in Ocean Township. No way of ringing the doorbell. I always introduce myself, who I am, blah, blah. Anyway, I try to do the right thing. Anyway, but I do appreciate what you mentioned. And the one sign that bothers me today is the virtual sign, the one that's very popular now outside of furniture stores, liquidating places. But it's also annoying to your eyes when you stop and you see these things. I don't know if they have permission.
So Frank, we do have an ordinance. We do
Okay.
have code enforcement that goes out there.
Okay.
My suggestion is if you see a sign that you know is in violation of the ordinance, just call our code enforcement, or there's a.
I'll let you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Or you can email me and we'll get it over
I
to
don't
them.
think it's
fine.
right to put these signs on the gutter, on posts, or rather. 1969, when I came here, Ocean Township did not have a Chamber of Commerce. I'm very proud to have been the founder of the Greater Ocean Township Chamber of Commerce. I started with me. I went down the hall, down the street to John Fortunato, who was the postmaster on Route West Park Avenue. And I asked him if he would come aboard. Because they tried a couple of chambers, didn't work out. They had a few dollars. They didn't work out. It bothered me we didn't have a professional business association. It bothered me. If things bother me, I try to get off my derriere and do something. So I asked John, he said, put me down. He was one of the founding guys. I wanted a lady CPA. I know that sounds sexist, ladies, but I did want a woman that was an accountant. So at that time, there were yellow pages. And I looked in the yellow pages, and Laura Di Tommaso had an office on Monmouth Road in Ocean Township. I called her up. I introduced myself. She didn't know me. I said, Laura, I'm going to start a Chamber of Commerce. Would you put me down, Frank? We needed bylaws. John O'Hagan had an office at 1411 Highway 35 in Ocean Township. John, we need bylaws. Put me down. Put my wife down also. We would meet at the diner on the corner of Route 35 and Sunset Avenue, which of course was no longer. But that's where we would. I asked Rabbi Friedman if he would say the invocation before the meeting. He said, put me down. So he would say a few words. We would meet 6:30, 7 o'clock at the L&M Diner, which was on the corner. Then walking distance for you young people up there, no, there was a pub, walking distance from the diner. What was that pub? Dr. Wood owned it. No, a dentist owned it. But anyway, it was walking distance right past the diner on the right-hand side. So we used to have our meetings there. Then we wanted to pay homage to the English manor, and we would have our meetings there. We ended up having our meetings at the, when we grew, we went from 6 people to 9 people to 50 people. Today there's probably one of the largest chambers in the area, Great Ocean Township, which I'm proud of, yes. I mean, you can't do things alone, as you guys know, and I had a lot of help, I really did. Marty Arbus is an attorney. He was my right hand, Marty Arbus. And I wouldn't do anything without asking him. But I had 6 people. We were the first ones to give, when we had the pails, the garbage pails.
Frank, that's your 1-minute warning.
I'm out.
But Frank, I appreciate those comments. It might have been, was it Paul Sampieri's? Is that the?
No,
That
it
was-
was not one of the, I thank you for bringing that up, David, I appreciate it. No, the last thing that the big reason I'm here, I'm a regular user of the municipal pool, okay? At 91 years old, I enjoy swimming for my health. The L4, L5 snapped in my back. The problem I have, I can get into the pool, I can't get out. It's too much of a strain on my back. I'm here, I respectfully request the city consider purchasing 1 or 2 pool access ramps at our municipal pool. These ramps are designed for safety, gradual entry and exit, and greatly reduce the strain on the back, the knees and the hips. They also improve accessibility for older adults.
Dave's right.
Anyway,
Our manager's right.
people recovering from surgery and anyone with limited mobility.
Okay.
The small improvement would make meaningful difference in safety, comfort, and community participation. I could say that it will respond to our safety requirement, reduce falls and injuries, accessibility to the compliance, ADA friendly. It's a community benefit for seniors. Rehab patients and families all gain from them because, like I say, I can go into the pool, but I got news for you. When I grab hold of I'm talking for myself now, and I'm sure there's a lot of people like me, it kills my back. It gets to the point where I won't go to the pool. Well, how's that benefiting anybody, including me in the city? All right, lastly, because I got the signal from the mayor, you can buy one for probably $4,500 up to $7,000. I think people like yours truly would write letters to the service organizations if they want to sponsor one. Put their name behind a ramp. Maybe have 2, one on each side of the municipal pool. I mean, I think that, if it was advertised, I'll bet you would have people that would normally use the pool that won't now because of guys like me. Mayor, thanks. I'm so sorry to take up your time.
No, Frank,
Oh, great.
no
Thank
problem. There you go. See, that's the bell. You're right on time.
Mayor, if I
Seeing
may.
you too, Frank.
Mayor, if I may, quickly before you adjourn.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Frank, you don't remember me.
Thank you for your
Thank
service.
you for your service, sir. You don't remember me, Frank, but about almost 20 years now, Frank is the reason why I have my real estate license to this day. Yep. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Frank. Motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Take care.
Opposed?
Meeting is adjourned.